Yay! What's good, fam? It's Joe Money coming at you straight out of the Yay area.
And I'm Monet Poppins, reppin' that booby down Bronx. We hoodlet.ai, dropping that knowledge. You know, we about to break down this book so you can stack that cheddar.
We're talking about Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki.
Facts. This book, it's a classic, man.
It's been changing the game for years.
Yeah, this book ain't about that Wall Street stock market fancy stuff, no.
This ain't your mama's financial advice.
It's about changing your mindset about money.
Breaking free from that 9-to-5 grind.
Yeah, heard.
Building real wealth, bruh.
The kind that lasts.
Generations. No more living paycheck to paycheck.
Struggling.
We're talking about building empires, son.
Okay, so one of the first things Kiyosaki hits you with is the difference between assets and liabilities.
This is where a lot of folks get tripped up.
Mm.
He breaks it down real simple, though.
Yeah.
Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take it out.
Sounds easy, right?
Yeah.
This is where that mindset shift comes in. Dead ass. Most folks think the house is an asset. But Kiyosaki says it's a liability.
Liability.
What you mean? Think about it. Your mortgage,
Oh, okay.
property taxes, repairs, all that's coming out of your pocket every month.
True.
Right.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And he's saying that a lot of the things that we think are assets, our cars, our clothes, our gadgets, all that, those are actually holding us back.
Okay, just looking good.
The liabilities disguised as status symbols,
Okay.
you know? So that's why it's so important to understand this concept.
Yeah.
You want to build wealth.
Right.
You got to start looking at your money differently.
For real.
Stop chasing that instant gratification and start investing in things that'll pay you back. You with me?
I'm with you.
Okay, good. So Kiyosaki talks about how the rich focus on building up their asset column, while the poor and the middle class are stuck trying to increase their income.
Trying to get that raise. But it's not about how much you make. It's about what you do with it.
Facts.
Exactly.
Imagine two people, both making $5,000 a month.
Okay.
One spends it all on rent, bills, look and fly.
Right.
The other takes a portion of that and invests it in a rental property.
Okay.
Who's going to be further ahead in 5 years?
That's real talk, Monet.
It's about making your money work for you, not the other way around.
That's a fact.
Right. Now, Kiyosaki also drops some serious knowledge on the power of corporations.
Corporations, huh?
Yeah, a lot of folks hear corporations and they think,
Big, scary Wall Street.
yeah, exactly. But Kiyosaki breaks it down.
In a way that even we can understand.
For real, for real. He
Yeah.
says corporations are like a shield,
A shield.
protecting your assets
Yeah.
from taxes, lawsuits.
Okay.
He uses this crazy example, right?
Okay.
Of a guy selling boat supplies during a Viking invasion.
Boat supplies during a Viking invasion.
I know, it's a little wild. Imagine, right? You're that shop owner. The Vikings come in, take everything, even your secretary.
Damn.
Then the secretary's family sues you.
Sues you.
For what?
For being irresponsible.
Oh, wow.
Wild, right. But Kiyosaki's saying, if you had a corporation, the lawsuit would be limited to the company's assets,
Okay.
not your personal ones.
Oh, that's smart.
You see? That's why he says corporations are a boss move.
For
For real, for real.
That's a fact.
And here's another thing that blew my mind, right?
What's that?
Kiyosaki says that corporations can actually help you save on taxes.
Wait, what? How does that work?
Right.
Corporations save you money on taxes.
He explains that with a corporation, you can pay for business expenses before taxes.
Okay.
Right. So let's say you need a new laptop for your side hustle.
Okay.
Your company can buy that laptop tax-free.
Now that's a win-win.
Right. What's fascinating here
Yeah.
is that most folks don't even realize that these tools exist.
They just think 9 to 5.
That's it.
They stuck thinking that the only way to make money is by working that 9 to 5. But there's a whole nother world out there, bruh.
For real.
Kiyosaki's point is that we got to educate ourselves about personal finance,
Yeah.
learn about accounting, invest in how the market works.
Other fact.
He says that financial education is power.
Right.
He even talks about celebrities, right? Like 50 Cent,
Oh, yeah. 50
Mike Tyson,
filed for bankruptcy.
filing for bankruptcy, even though they were making bank.
Crazy.
It all comes down to financial intelligence, y'all. You got to know how to manage your money,
Right.
no matter how much you got.
That's a fact.
Right.
And that's why we here at hoodlet.ai are dropping this knowledge on you.
Facts.
We got to empower ourselves and our community
Yes.
to build that financial literacy
Mm-hmm.
so we can break free from that system you heard.
Okay, so let's move on to another important concept that Kiyosaki discusses. It's about stopping that obsession with income and focusing on building assets.
Mm-hmm.
He says the rich don't chase paychecks.
They build empires.
They build empires.
Okay.
Right. So instead of working harder
Mm-hmm.
to make more money,
Yeah.
Kiyosaki's telling us to work smarter.
Okay.
He says we should be buying assets that generate income,
All right.
not just stuff that looks good.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
He even encourages people
Right.
to seek work for what they will learn
Mhm.
more than what they will earn.
Okay.
Right? He even quit a great job at Xerox to focus on his real estate investments.
Wow.
Bold.
That's bold.
But it shows how important it is to have multiple streams of income.
True.
Right.
Kiyosaki's all about that multiple streams of income life, bro.
Jax.
He don't want us to be dependent on one job,
Mm-hmm.
one paycheck.
Right.
He wants us to build wealth
Mm.
through multiple avenues.
Yes.
He even breaks down the
Yeah.
3 types of income. Ordinary earned
Yes.
portfolio
Mm.
and passive.
Right. And he's saying most folks are stuck in that ordinary earned income trap,
Trading their time for money.
creating their time for money
Yeah.
at a job.
Yeah, that's facts.
Right. But the real game changer
What's that?
is passive income.
Passive income.
Passive income is that money that comes in even when you sleep in.
Oh.
It's the money that's working for you,
Mm-hmm.
not the other way around.
Now you talking.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
Think about it, right?
Okay.
Rental properties, dividends from stocks,
Mm-hmm.
royalties from a book you wrote.
Now you talking. Yeah. That's the kind of wealth that can change your life.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
I feel you.
So we've covered assets versus liabilities,
Mm-hmm.
the power of corporations,
Uh-huh.
and focusing on assets instead of income.
Right.
So let's take a quick breather
Okay.
and come back with more financial gems
All right.
from Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So we've been breaking down rich dad, poor dad, right?
Yeah.
Unpacking those financial gems.
Mhm.
We talked about assets,
Liabilities.
corporations, all that good stuff.
That's right.
But Kiyosaki also emphasizes the importance of mindset, you know?
Mindset. Okay.
He talks about how fear and desire
Mm-hmm.
can hold you back from making those smart money moves.
For real.
Dead ass. Fear will keep you stuck in that dead-end job, too scared to take risks.
Okay.
And that desire, that's what makes you spend on liabilities instead of invested in assets. You got to flip that script, y'all.
He's saying we got to control our emotions when it comes to money.
Yes.
Don't let fear make decisions for you.
He even talks about how fear can be a good thing.
Oh, fear can be a good thing.
He says it's okay to be fearful. It's okay to be a coward when it comes to money. You can still be rich. We're all heroes at something and cowards at something else.
So how do we overcome that fear, Monet?
Well, he says we got to confront our fears head on
Okay.
and not let them paralyze us. We got to remember that failure is just a part of the process.
Yeah.
Every time you fall, you learn something new.
That's mad real.
You know, Kiyosaki also talks about the importance of financial education.
Financial education.
It's saying you got to understand how money works
Mm-hmm.
if you want to make it work for you.
Makes sense.
Right.
He stresses the need to develop your financial IQ so you can spot opportunities
Yes.
and make those smart investments. Like, how many of us really understand what a stock is?
Right.
Or how the market works?
Exactly. He even uses the simple analogy to explain the difference between ordinary earned income
Okay.
and passive income.
Mm-hmm.
He says earned income is like trading your time for dollars at a job,
Okay.
while passive income is like owning a vending machine.
Uh-huh.
It earns even when you're not there.
Oh, that's a perfect way to put it, Monet.
You see.
Now, another key point Kiyosaki makes is about paying yourself first.
Now that might sound counterintuitive.
Pay yourself first.
Right. Especially when you got bills stacking up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what he means is that you got to prioritize your own financial well-being.
Okay.
Even if it's just a small amount, put something aside for yourself before you pay anyone else. He actually makes this point really clear with a powerful statement. He says, if you cannot get control of yourself, do not try to get rich. It makes no sense to invest, make money, and blow it.
So it's about having that discipline, that self-control,
Self-control.
to build that financial foundation
Yes.
for yourself.
Exactly. Kiyosaki even goes so far as to say he pays his brokers well.
What? Why would he do that?
Because they give him information that helps him make more money.
Oh,
He's saying it's an investment
okay.
in your future.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be willing to spend money to make money.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now, one of the most interesting chapters in the book
Mm-hmm.
is about the history of taxes
Okay.
and the power of corporations.
All right.
This is where Kiyosaki gets a little controversial, bruh.
Okay, how so?
He basically says that the rich don't pay taxes like the rest of us.
They don't. What do you mean?
They use corporations to shield their income
Hmm.
and minimize their tax burden. Now, I know some folks might get upset about that.
Okay.
But Kiyosaki's just laying out the facts, man.
Okay, so he's just saying how it is.
He's not saying it's right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He's just explaining how the system works.
So,
The tax code is complex,
yeah,
and the wealthy have figured out how to use it to their advantage.
I see.
He challenges readers to understand the system
Mm-hmm.
and look for legal ways to reduce their own tax liability.
All right, that makes sense.
For example, he mentions something called a 1031 exchange,
A 1031 exchange, what's that?
which allows investors to swap one investment property for another without paying taxes right away.
Oh, okay.
You know? That sounds like a whole other deep dive, Joe.
For real, Monet.
But the point is, there are legal tools and strategies out there
Mm-hmm.
that can help you save on taxes.
You just got to know where to look.
That's a fact.
Kiyosaki's book definitely opens your eyes to those possibilities.
Mm.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground,
Yeah, we have.
but we're just getting started. This book is packed with so much game-changing information.
I believe it.
So stay tuned for the last part of our deep dive,
All right.
where we'll break down Kiyosaki's 10 steps to financial freedom.
Ooh, 10 steps to financial freedom.
It's about to get real, y'all.
We back at it with part 3 of our deep dive into Rich Dad, Poor Dad fam.
We've been breaking down Kiyosaki's financial wisdom, right? From assets and liabilities to the power of corporations,
Oh,
you know?
right.
Now we finna get to the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
Those actionable steps
Mm.
that can take you from broke to boss.
I like that. Broke to boss.
Yeah, feel me?
I feel you.
So Kiyosaki lays out 10 steps to financial freedom.
10 steps.
And we're going to unpack them all, Bronx and Bay style.
Let's do it. All right. So step number 1.
Step number 1, he says, is all about finding your financial genius.
Finding your financial genius.
He believes everybody's got one, bruh.
Mm-mm.
But most folks never tap into it
They sleeping on it.
because they're too busy chasing that paycheck.
That 9 to 5 got them trapped.
Right. They think that's the only way.
Exactly.
He's saying we got to look inside ourselves, discover our own unique talents and skills.
That's right.
Then we can use those
Yeah.
to build our wealth instead of just following the crowd.
You know?
Right.
Instead of doing what everybody else doing,
Stop following the herd.
be your own boss.
Create your own path.
Okay.
So he gives this example
Okay.
of this talented writer
Mm-hmm.
who was stuck in a dead-end job
Oh, no.
because she was too scared to put herself out there.
Okay.
She kept saying,
What did she say?
I'm not good at sales.
Okay.
But Kiyosaki was like,
What did he say?
nah, that's just a mental block.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got to sell something.
Even if it's just your ideas.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know,
You always selling something.
always selling. So he encouraged her
Yeah.
to take a sales class,
Okay.
get a job in advertising, learn the ropes.
Okay. So it's about stepping out of your comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
developing those skills
Yes.
that can help you build wealth.
Absolutely.
Okay, step number 2,
Step number 2 is about taking control of your finances.
taking control.
Kiyosaki says,
What do you say?
if you can't control your spending, don't even think about getting rich.
Don't even think about it.
Dead ass. He talking about self-discipline, son.
Self-discipline.
Too many people out here.
Living paycheck to paycheck.
Living paycheck to paycheck, blowing their money on liabilities instead of investing in assets. You know what I'm saying? He actually says, if you cannot get control of yourself, do not try to get rich. It makes no sense to invest, make money, and blow it.
Okay, so what's the key takeaway there?
The key takeaway is self-control, delayed gratification.
Okay, so instead of...
Right, instead of spending on stuff you don't need, invest in assets.
I gotcha.
That'll generate income for you.
Build for the future.
Long term. Think long term, bruh.
That's right.
Build for the future.
Now, step number 3.
Step number 3
What's that?
is about minding your own business.
Minding your own business.
Kiyosaki says,
Mm-hmm.
keep your daytime job, but start building up your asset column.
Okay, so he ain't saying quit your job.
No, not yet.
Okay, keep your job, but
But hustle on the side.
Okay, you got to have that side hustle.
Don't rely on just one source of income.
Because you never know
Exactly.
what can happen.
You could lose your job.
Anything.
Right. So he gives this example of his friend
Okay.
who was working as a pilot,
A pilot.
but also investing in real estate on the side.
Oh, so he's in the air and on the ground.
That pilot was stacking paper, honey.
Oh, I bet he was.
He used that income from his job.
To build that asset column.
Exactly, to buy assets.
Mhm.
That would eventually make him financially independent.
I like that.
You see, so Kiyosaki's point is
Yes.
that we got to create multiple streams of income.
Okay, that's a fact.
He talks about the importance of having rich friends, too,
Oh, rich friends.
because they can provide you with valuable insights and opportunities.
Okay, so it's all about networking.
He says, the reason you want to have rich friends is because that is where the money is made. It's made on information. You want to hear about the next boom, get in and get out before the next bust.
That's true. Got to know the right people.
Right. Now, step number 4.
Step number 4. Right.
Okay, this gets a little deep.
Okay.
It's about the history of taxes
Okay.
and the power of corporations.
Corporations again.
Kiyosaki basically says that the rich don't pay taxes like the rest of us.
Interesting.
They use corporations to protect their assets
Okay.
and minimize their tax burden. Now, I know this might be a touchy subject, but Kiyosaki's just keeping it real, man.
Okay.
He's not saying we should break the law or anything.
No, we ain't doing nothing illegal.
Something illegal, we keeping it clean.
We keeping it above board.
Exactly. But he's encouraging us to educate ourselves about the tax system. Find legal ways to reduce our own tax liability.
Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Okay.
So he explains that with a corporation, you can often pay for business expenses before you pay taxes.
Oh, so you pay yourself first,
Exactly.
and then you pay Uncle Sam.
That's right. And this can significantly reduce your overall tax burden.
Yeah, that's smart.
See? Now, let me break down a real-world example he gives.
Okay.
It's something called a 1031 exchange.
1031 exchange.
You familiar with that?
I've heard of it, but break it down.
All right, so let's say you're selling a rental property,
Okay.
and you made a nice profit.
All right, stacking that paper.
Stacking that paper.
What?
Now, normally you'd have to pay taxes on that profit, right?
Uncle Sam wants his cut.
Right. Uncle Sam always wants his cut.
That's a fact.
But with a 1031 exchange, you can roll those profits
Okay.
into another investment property without paying those taxes right away. It's like a little loophole.
I like it.
Right. It's a powerful tool that a lot of investors use to build wealth, minimize their tax burden.
See, this is the type of stuff I need to know, Monet.
All right.
I'm learning a lot today.
This is why we here
That's right.
dropping these gems.
Dropping that knowledge.
Kiyosaki's book is full of these little gems.
That's a fact.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel you.
That most folks
Never even hear about.
never even hear about. All right, so step number 5
Step number 5, all right.
is about making money work for you.
Making money work for you.
Okay? Kiyosaki constantly emphasizes
Anything.
that the rich don't work for money, they have money work for them.
Well, I like that.
You see? He's talking about passive income.
Passive income.
Remember that vending machine analogy? Oh, yeah, the vending machine, keeping that money coming.
Exactly. It's about building wealth through investments that generate income
Oh, okay.
without you having to trade your time for it.
Oh, I see. So you ain't got to be there punching the clock.
You ain't got to be there.
Okay.
He even gives an example from his own life.
Okay.
He bought a piece of land for $9,000
Okay.
and sold it for over $25,000
Damn.
just by using his knowledge and connections. So he flipped it. That's some real estate hustle,
I like it.
you know? And that leads us to step number 6,
Step number 6.
which is about working to learn, not just to earn.
Okay.
He encourages people to seek work for what they will learn more than what they will earn.
So don't just chase the bag, chase the knowledge.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because when you're young, you should be focused on gaining valuable skills and experience.
Makes sense.
Even if it means taking a job, that doesn't pay much.
Right. You got to start somewhere.
It's about investing in yourself.
Building that foundation
I like that.
for future success.
Yeah, got to build that foundation.
Right. He even quit a high-paying job at Xerox because he was learning more
Oh, okay.
and making more money
With his real estate.
with his real estate investments.
That's bold, Monet.
It is bold, but it shows you got to be willing to take risks.
Calculated risks.
Calculated risks.
Got to calculate it.
You got to calculate it. All right, so step number 7
Step number 7, all right.
is about overcoming obstacles.
Overcoming obstacles.
Now, Kiyosaki acknowledges
Yeah.
that even if you're financially literate,
Mm-hmm.
have a good plan,
Right.
you're going to face challenges along the way.
That's life.
That's life, honey.
Okay, so
He's talking about those mental blocks, those
yeah.
doubts.
The fear.
The fear.
That can hold you back.
Exactly. He says winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are. Failure is part of the process of success. People who avoid failure also avoid success.
You got to embrace the failure.
You got to embrace the failure.
Learn from it.
That's right. Now, he identifies 5 main obstacles.
Okay, what are those?
Fear,
Mm-hmm.
cynicism,
Okay.
laziness,
Laziness.
bad habits,
Mm-hmm.
and arrogance.
Okay.
He encourages readers to confront these head on
Mm-hmm.
and develop strategies to overcome them.
You have a plan.
You gotta have a plan. Now, for example,
Yeah.
he talks about how fear can be paralyzing.
Oh, yeah, fear can definitely paralyze you.
Right. But he also says it's okay to be afraid
Okay.
as long as you don't let fear control you.
You can't let it control you.
Exactly. He encourages readers to confronting fear, weaknesses, and neediness by choosing our own thoughts is the way out.
So take control of your thoughts.
Take control of your thoughts. Don't let fear dictate your actions.
That's real talk.
Right. And he has this funny quote about laziness.
What do you say?
He says, "The cure for laziness is a little greed."
A little greed. Okay.
Now, of course, he's not talking about being greedy in a negative way.
Right. He's talking about that desire to improve your life.
Mm-hmm.
That hunger for success.
That hustle.
That hustle. And he also talks about the importance of breaking bad habits.
Bad habits.
He says one of the biggest differences between the rich and the poor is their habits.
Oh, okay.
For example,
Mm-hmm.
the rich pay themselves first,
Right.
while the poor pay everyone else first.
And then they wonder why they broke.
And then they wonder why they broke.
That's a fact.
You see? It's about shifting your mindset,
Mm-hmm.
developing those habits
Okay.
that will lead to financial success.
Now, step number 8.
Step number 8.
All right.
It's about taking action
Oh.
and getting started on your path to financial freedom.
So no more talking. We got to do it.
We got to do it.
Yeah.
He actually gives 10 little steps
10 little steps within the step.
within the step.
Okay. All right. Break it down.
It can get a little complex.
That's okay. We're here for it.
All right. So the first one is to stop what you are currently doing if it's not working.
That makes sense. Right.
If it ain't working,
If it ain't working, you got to switch it up.
got to switch it up.
Then the next little step
Okay.
is looking for new ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then finding a mentor
A mentor.
who has already achieved what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I like that.
And he emphasizes the importance of taking action,
Okay.
even if you're afraid, because action always beats inaction.
You can't be scared to make a move.
That's right. Then he encourages readers to look for people who want to buy before they try to sell something.
Oh, okay. So meet the demand.
Exactly.
Maybe-
Beat the need,
Not just pushing it on people.
not just pushing it.
Okay.
Right? And then he also stresses the importance of learning from history,
Mm-hmm.
paying attention to patterns and trends,
Okay.
and believing in yourself,
Mm,
even when no one else does.
that's a fact. You got to believe in
You
yourself.
really gotta believe in yourself.
Nobody else can do it for you.
That's right. He even says, pay attention,
Okay.
encouraging readers to be observant,
You know,
to notice the details
okay.
that most people miss. Because great opportunities are not seen with your eyes, they are seen with your mind.
Okay, I like that.
You see.
Mm.
And then finally, within this step, he encourages focusing your energy on your goals
Okay.
and knowing all the options available.
Okay, now step number 9.
Now, step number 9,
Right.
this is a good one.
Okay.
It's about the importance of giving back.
Giving back. Okay.
Kiyosaki believes that true wealth ain't just about accumulating money.
Yeah.
It's about using your resources to make a positive impact on the world. You know? He says, if you want to receive, you must first give. He encourages readers to support causes that they're passionate about,
Okay.
whether it's through financial contributions or volunteer work,
I like that.
you know?
Yeah, because when you give back,
Mm-hmm.
it always comes back to
It
you
always comes back tenfold.
tenfold. All right, last step. Step number 10.
All right, so step number 10 is a little tongue-in-cheek, but it makes a powerful point.
Right.
It's called still wanting more.
Still wanting more.
Still wanting more.
Even after you made it.
Right. So you would think
Yeah.
that once you've achieved financial freedom,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be content.
Yeah, you would think that.
Yeah.
Sit back, relax,
Kick back, you know.
enjoy it.
But Kiyosaki's point is
What's his point?
that the pursuit of knowledge and growth never ends.
Oh.
It's a journey, you know?
Okay.
He encourages readers to keep learning, keep investing,
Always be learning.
always be learning, keep pushing themselves to achieve even greater things.
Never be satisfied.
Never be satisfied. He's saying that financial freedom ain't a finish line.
Mm-hmm.
It's a journey.
It's a journey.
And it's a journey
Okay.
that should be filled with purpose and passion.
So there you have it, fam. Kiyosaki's 10 steps to financial freedom. 10 steps, that's a lot.
We know it's a lot to take in.
Mm-hmm.
But this book
Yeah.
can truly change your life
Would.
if you apply these principles, you know?
I believe that.
So we encourage y'all to go read Rich Dad, Poor Dad for yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And remember,
Yeah.
financial freedom ain't just about money.
It's about freedom.
It's about having that time
Yeah.
and those resources
Mm-hmm.
to live the life that you want.
That's a fact. All right, Monet, any last words?
It's about taking control of your destiny, building generational wealth, and making a positive impact on the world.
We believe in y'all, fam.
Go out there.
Make those money moves.
Keep it real, keep it hood, and keep it lit.
Peace out.